everybody, welcome back to my habitat. Today we're going to be trying to save these wax Amaryllis bulbs. Fingers crossed they can come back even more beautiful next year. Let's get started. We did this arrangement earlier this year and it turned out beautiful over Christmas, and it is still continuing to flower. We still have one that's just beautiful there. Usually wax Amaryllis bulbs are a one and done kind of deal, which makes them kind of ideal little gifts to give. But if you're somebody like me who wants to save them and you want them to come back year after year, they're not the best. So all I'm gonna do is just cut the wax seals off. There's a lot of room in there. They kind of move quite easily, so it'll be easy to cut them out. I'm also going to be saving all of the sheet moss, all the Christmas stuff, keeping that separate because it's still good to use next year. And then I'll be potting them up here, but we'll get to that in a moment. Pine cone stuck there. Now very carefully I'm going to use my little X-Acto knife and just slice down one side of the bulb, making sure I'm not hitting the bulb too. And then it should just, oh yeah, peels right off. And the bulb isn't necessarily fully attached either, which is nice. Just like that. I'm gonna try to keep as much of that skin on as possible. I'll take that little bit of wax off though. And that is our Amaryllis bulb. Ooh, that came out nicely. Pops right out, look at that. Now you can tell that these bulbs are not healthy, they're a little soft. They're definitely feels like they're on their last legs, so hopefully we can save them. Now I'm actually really curious if I can save this wax for my wax seal stamp. I don't know if it's the same stuff, but there's like a layer of plastic that's on the inside. So this wax is relatively clean. I like that. Okay. That's for another time. First time these bad boys are gonna get used this year. I'm just gonna clip off the all dried flower heads. Like that one's still got a lot of foliage. Of course, the one that's still flowering and that's still green and pretty solid, I'm going to leave. But these ones, the ones that are hanging and dried, can get snipped off. And inside the pot here, I just have some pre-moistened Miracle Grow, nothing fancy. Now for the actual depth that I'm gonna put these in the ground, I'm only gonna go about 3/4 up the bulb, and the rest of it's gonna be up above the soil because I don't want any water getting in these layers. It can cause rot, and yeah, I don't want that. So just inside the soil, push it down. I'm gonna put all 3 in the same pot. Right there. Just like so, really, really simple. And you know what, I kind of like the grassy foliage. It's beautiful. I can have that on my mantelpiece for a few more weeks until they start to die back and brown. But I will clean up the dried flowers here. I do have one flower here that hasn't bloomed yet, so I will leave that on. Okay, compost for the rest of this. I also had a free pot, so I'm gonna put the monkey fern in here. The soil that I'm using for the fern is actually a soil that holds a little bit more moisture because it is a fern and it likes it moist. So once again, pre-moistened soil. I'm also gonna make sure that the little tendrils are up above the surface of the soil. Then I'm just gonna pack around it. Clean up the table. Love it, love it. Beautiful, okay. Now I have dirty hands and 2 beautiful potted plants. Now, even if they don't produce a flower next year, I'm still gonna try to plant them because even if I don't get the flower, they might get enough nutrients for the year after that, so in 2 years' time, to then push new growth, new flowers, that is. Really excited for these. Especially because it's an experiment, something that I haven't done before. And I really want to know because I've had a few people ask me, you know, can you save them? How does that work out? Most things online say you can't, but I have seen a few pieces of literature saying you can save them if you want to, once again, do what we did here today. So, this is me being really hopeful. But we also have this beautiful monkey fern all potted up, ready to go somewhere. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time, stay planting.